Hey, what's going on guys? I'm Ryan. Welcome back to another video. Hope you guys are absolutely fantastic. Today, in this video, let me show this dashcam, the Orbit 510 from myGEKOgear. Hope you guys like this one. You know what to do. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. Okay guys, let's start with a quick unboxing like we normally do, and then I'll show you the footage and the specs of the camera in a minute. The camera was sent directly from this company myGEKOgear for a review. 1080p dashcam with GPS, driver fatigue warning, headlight reminder and a 2-inch LCD display. The design is very discreet, it's a black dash camera, small footprint. And here on the back of the box a few more specs. It has a 140 degrees view angle, the G sensor to lock your files automatically. It comes with an SD card of 16 gigs, WDR, the GPS like I mentioned, and the parking mode. Okay guys, let me show you what's in the box really quick and then I'll show you the footage. So you are presented with the dashcam itself. Very small dash camera, let's put it to the side for now. And under this flap there's some more goodies. Let's see what we have here. So we have a user manual written in English and also French. Then we have the SD card included in the box, a Toshiba 16 gigs with an adapter so you can see your files on the computer. In this back you can find two different mounts for the camera, a permanent adhesive one and a suction cup version of it. Nice thing comes with two different mounts because some dash cams only come with one permanent, and if you want to take the camera to another car it's a pain. Over here you have the cigarette lighter adapter with just one port for the dash cam. It would be nice to have an extra port to charge any accessory. Over here there's the power lead to plug the camera in, right angle micro USB connector. Last but not least, let's have a look at the dashcam, the Orbit 510. Very compact, matte black, good looking camera. Let's remove these films, the protection films from the front glass lens and on the back from the 2-inch LCD display. You have this brushed look like brushed aluminium, 140 degrees, 1.8 aperture, 2 megapixel. Here's the SD card slot, power button. On top you have a slot for the mount, and on the other side the USB port, a reset button, and at the bottom the model and the serial number. On the back there's some functions buttons. The first one to lock the files, up and down and OK, and over here the status LEDs. The mount, in this case the suction cup one, goes like so. The permanent mount will be the same system, and this is how the camera looks like when mounted. You can aim it vertically and horizontal in case you want to point for something on the side of the road. Pretty neat. Before we have a look at the footage, let me show you the menus of the camera. Let's install the provided SD card, 16 gigs. Always do the format in the camera. It goes in like so. And let's plug the camera on. So you are presented with the myGEKOgear logo. You can choose your language, English, French or Chinese I believe. Set your time and date and you are good to go. But beforehand let's format the SD card. Good thing the camera asks us to do that. Okay guys, regarding the menus, so you have the resolution 1080p 30 fps or 720p also 30 fps. How long you want your files to be. The camera will always record on a loop. Here is your time settings, voice recording, camera microphone on or off, speed units, kilometers or miles. In my case I picked miles per hour, I can see it, the miles per hour when I'm driving, but on playback I only see kilometers. After contact the company, they said they're working on this and for future updates they will fix this hopefully. This dashcam also has a driver fatigue alert that will notify you when you drive above the certain amount of time. On top of that, you have the light reminder. The camera will warn you when, for example, in night time, it will warn you to turn on the lights. I'll show you that in the video in a minute. You also have the motion detection, parking monitor and bump auto record. The camera will use the G sensor to lock the files in case of something happens. You also have the date, logo, model and GPS stamps to be embedded on the video. Over here you have the exposure of the camera, the frequency 50 and 60 Hz, the volume of the camera itself, beep sounds on or off, screensaver, turn the screen off, language English, French and Chinese like we saw before, and finally the format menus, default and the version info. On the camera display itself you get different things. Here the satellites, which will turn green when you are connected to a satellite. On this button you can lock the file, the camera won't overwrite that one, and you also have your driving speed that will work when you are connected to the satellites. You'll get a notification sound when that happens. And guys, enough of this, let's have a look at the footage of the dashcam itself. Let's do different tests here during the day, cloudy day. As you can see, you got the model of the camera, the GPS coordinates and your current speed. Like I mentioned, it's showing it kilometers. I set it to miles, but I can see miles when I'm driving, but when you play back the files like this, you'll see it in kilometers. Also worth mentioning, this camera uses a Sony Starvis sensor, and regarding the files type, it records in a MOV file. I'll leave the specs on the screen so you guys can check it out. Moving on guys, let me play you some footage of me driving in different scenarios for you. Next, let's have a look at some footage when it's raining. And now the microphone test.
So guys, what you're listening now is a sound picked from the dashcam microphone. I don't know how my voice will sound like. This is a regular tone of a conversation, I believe. Now let's test the indicator sound. I'm indicating left in this case. If you like cricket, on your right side you can see the Edgbaston cricket ground. I think now it's the Cricket World Cup 2019. England and Wales. Yeah, that's the Edgbaston cricket ground on your right.
Next, let's have a look at some night footage. Let me know what you guys think about the footage quality of this dash cam. Next test, let's try the direct sunlight on the camera, and it's also a good opportunity to test the WR capabilities of this camera. We have some darker scenes and some light scenes. Like I mentioned before guys, this camera has a light reminder which will detect, it will detect if you have your car headlights on or off during the night. Sometimes it gets a bit confused, but most of the time it works very well. Let me show an example in the garage. Nice stuff. Okay guys, let's do the final test, which is check if there's any gap between clips. So this clip is about to finish and the next one will start now. As you could see, there was no gap between clips, which is very good thing, means no footage was lost. And saying that, guys, it's time to wrap this video. I'll leave a link down below so you guys can check it out, this dash cam, a very small, discreet, with some nice cool features dash camera. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, and if it was helpful, leave it a thumbs up. And please guys, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. I have more reviews ready to go, really nice ones. Stay tuned for that. And guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope I can see you all in the next one.